Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale. If you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure.
You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut.
So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. On to the beer. We're doing a beer I've been waiting for a while. This has actually been sitting in my fridge for like 2 weeks. This is the Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. Although you already knew that because it's up there. Let me read the description. This is weird, like the description's right on the front. Usually it's on the back or the side or on the top, you know. But what you have here is an Imperial India Pale Ale featuring a single constant 90-minute hop addition. It's balanced by a ridiculous amount of English 2-row barley, then we dry hop it in every tank. 9% alcohol by volume, and it doesn't say on here, but I know this is 90 IBUs. That's how they played it. And you know what, I might go back and re-review the 120. That was one of the first video beer reviews I ever did. Wasn't too crazy about it. Let's take it a snifter glass and you know, drink it properly. Using my Chad's Beer Reviews tumbler. Oh, look at that. That is perfect head on there. It's even like a millimeter or two hovering above the rim of the glass. Gotta be careful I don't spill this. It's got a copper color. I would call it, yeah, it's like straight copper. Like a penny. Not like a shiny new penny, but just like a regular generic penny. As you can see, like a 2-finger head on there. It's off-white, I guess you could call it. Pretty foamy. It's kind of fizzling already, though. It's a lot of carbonation there. Really small bubbles. Looks like it's gonna die out pretty soon. I can smell it as soon as I poured it. Very citrusy. It's a lot more malty than the 60-minute though. I mean, you definitely get, like, I can tell like a grapefruit kind of smell in there. Bit more malty, kind of like a syrup kind of smell. It smells actually more sugar-like than hoppy. So here we go. I've been waiting a long time for Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. It's funny. It's like as I was just getting through the head, I was getting like a lot of hops just in the foam itself. Then the beer hits me, and it's like a kind of a thick, warming mouthfeel. It's definitely very hoppy, but this is leaning more towards, and since this is an Imperial beer, it kind of has like that syrup-like quality to it, where it's it's rich, where it's actually, I'd probably call this more sweet than I would tart. You know, I prefer tart IPAs to sweet ones. I don't even really call it bitter, because it's so, you know, rich. Like, I mean, you're definitely getting like, there's actually no hot bite on here. It's not crisp like the 60-minute. Yeah, this is a little bit more syrupy than I would prefer. I prefer something a little bit more crisp. It's like, as I'm drinking this, it's making me thirsty. It's like as I'm drinking it, it's like I really want a glass of water. But at least, you know, like the mouthfeel is outstanding on this. It's very soft. It's, you know, I wouldn't even say there's a hot bite to it. Well, you get some bitterness as you finish it, but when you get a beer that's this, you know, so high up on the IBU chart or scale or whatever you want to call it, it's like it doesn't really crack. It's just like, it's just so powerful that you know, like I guess you don't even really realize it or think about it. I like the finish better than the actual drink. You do get, you know, kind of like a tart kind of grapefruit finish on there, but like I said, just very rich, almost kind of sugary, very syrup-like. Does leave a dry aftertaste though. Like I said, it makes me want to take a drink of water. And I guess that's how I would define it as you're drinking. I guess it's kind of a dry flavor. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, not dry like a red wine, but you know, for an IPA, it's rather, you know, it's rich, but it's the overall palate, like the finish, is kind of dry. You know, the aftertaste is good though. I mean, and the beer definitely does taste good. You know, you definitely get a lot of hops in there, but it's also so malty and rich. You know, it's definitely intense. It's definitely a warming feeling as it goes down. I mean, it's not surprising it's 9% ABV. I'm surprised the head lasted through the whole thing. I thought it was going to fizzle out, but it's almost kind of like a stout head. It's still in there. Yeah, definitely would say that I liked it, but it's a little too, you know, rich and intense for me. It's not. I prefer something, you know, crisp and cleaner. Like, this is definitely better than other Imperial IPAs I've had, like the 𝗓𝓻𝓮𝓀 one. It's just like straight up syrup. And this is definitely better than the 120. But, you know, for an Imperial beer, it's definitely really drinkable. And it's starting to go to my head already, but it's really not that bad. You know, my only caveat with this one is that it's a little too rich. Because, like I said, like a drink, it makes me want to take a drink of water just to, because it's making me thirsty. But overall, I really like this one, so I'm going to give an 8 out of 10 to Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. It's an excellent beer, definitely, especially for, you know, an Imperial beer, which I usually don't like. But you know, this is actually really easy to drink, and there's real genuine taste to it, and it's actually easy to drink. So, you know, it's a win-win. You know, pretty heavy beer though, you know, 9%. So, you know, overall, just really, really good beer. So, I definitely recommend Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. Like I said, 8 out of 10. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.